We also have Honorable Raymond E. Liboro, the Assistant Secretary for Climate Change and Disaster Risk Reduction and Director of the Science and Technology Information Institute. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May I request all of you to please stand for the invocation, and please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم آمين يا رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين اللهم اجمع شمل المسلمين والكريستيان والأمة في مدينة بعض وسلم دائما مجتمعنا هذا بالسلم والأمن والتقدم في بلدنا هذا آمين يا رب العالمين ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين.
Gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you today to praise and worship you and give you thanks for all the things you continue to provide for ourselves and our families. Father, we humbly ask for forgiveness for all the times and for moments we failed to be good stewards of the blessings you have given us. Continue to guide and protect each one of us, Lord, that we may always walk in the lights of your everlasting love and mercy. Grant us, Father, with your comfort in times of distress and with your strength in times of weakness. Bestow upon us your unending grace and healing, that we may in turn become instruments of gentleness and compassion to others. We ask all this in the name of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, with the prayer and the intercession of a Blessed Mother. Amen.
Ang isang lang mo at tawag mo itang
program, we are pleased to have the Honorable Governor Muhammad Khalidi Macoro, the Chairperson of the Regional Development Council of Northern Mindanao, Governor of the Province of Lanao del Norte, and the generous host of today's activity, to deliver the opening remarks.
Buntag sa tanan. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We have the Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology join us in our Regional Development Council meeting today in Lanao del Norte. It is indeed a great honor and a rare privilege that we sincerely welcome. This simple gesture means a lot to us in Lanao del Norte and the entire region that includes Misamis Oriental, Misamis Occidental, Bukidnon, and Camiguin, because it only shows that our government is indeed working for our people as the DOST brings to our region many inroads in science and technology. This is a very important sign that the national leadership is not only focuses its development agenda on highly urbanized areas, but more so in the provinces that needs its assistance most. If I remember correctly, when the Honorable former Governor, Pimenta Kipanza Di Macoro, was elected in 1998, the security situation in Lanao del Norte was one of its biggest problems, not to mention the initiatives of the local government to perk up the economic activity in the province and in the entire region. However, despite the outbreak of the armed conflict between the MILF and the AFP in Kauswagan on March 2000, the provincial leadership was able to restore peace and order in the area by instituting the needed socio-economic reforms to good governance. By good governance, I mean that the provincial government implemented programs that directly benefit its citizens ang pagbibigay ng serbisyo publiko ng nararamdaman ng tao. That's why we appreciate the DOC's serious efforts in bringing its different science and technology programs to our people in Northern Mindanao, and the perfect example is the Science Nation Tour campaign with its theme Agham Naramdam. The Science Nation Tour of DOST is aligned with the vision of the Northern Mindanao region to be one of the economic miracles of the country. The Science Nation Tour will usher in a new chapter in strengthening our partnerships with the DOST by harnessing the power of science and technology and addressing the needs of the various sectors of our constituency. We are more confident now that our socio-economic plans will be given the needed boost with the help from the DOST and its pool of scientists, engineers, and technical experts in various fields like agricultural crop production, aquaculture and fisheries, forest products development, food processing, halal meat production, and disaster risk reduction and management, to name a few. We believe that the Science Nation Tour signals a more dynamic collaboration between the DOST through its regional office and the Northern Mindanao region, where we will be able to maximize our resources and increase regional economic productivity through the intervention of science-based knowledge and technological innovations. With the continued assistance from the DOST, we can expand the delivery of more S&T services like technology transfer programs for small and medium enterprises and creation of food testing and analysis calibration facilities for food processing and halal production. In turn, DOST has our full support for the Science Nation Tour and its different programs in the region as we explore other avenues for shared development. We remain optimistic that the prosperity for the Northern Mindanao region is no longer a dream but has already become a reality. We anchor our hopes on the use of science and technology as the drivers of economic growth and the tools for enriching our lives, and with its solid partnership with the DOST, the bright future of the Northern Mindanao region is sealed. Marami pong salamat at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
So, thank you, Governor, for the wonderful remarks. At this point in our program, I would like to call in Director Alfonso Alamban, the Regional Director of the Department of Science and Technology, to acknowledge the guest and to give us an overview of the Science Nation Tour.
Daghang salamat, Hana. Ang buntag sa tanan. Let me acknowledge first our Secretary, the Honorable Mario Jim Teo, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology. Of course, our host, the Honorable Governor Khalid Dimapuro of Lanao del Norte, and the Chair of the Regional Development Council. We'd also like to acknowledge, of course, our Vice Chair of the Regional Development Council, the Regional Director of NEDA, Director Leon Cagayan, and the Chair of the Social Development Committee of the RDC, Mayor Luval of Tugun, the Science Secretary, our Assistant Secretary Raymond Libor, and of course the Regional Director of the ICTO DOST, Director Eva May De La Rosa. And we are also fortunate to have this morning the great scientists that are responsible for disaster forecasting and flood forecasting, Dr. Mahar Lagmay and Dr. Eric Rodriguez. So good morning again to everyone, my dear colleagues in the Regional Development Council and the local officials and the private sector representatives. This is the 6th leg of the Science Nation Tour, an activity designed to enhance awareness of the importance of science, technology, and innovation at the region down to the village level. It is designed to inspire, engage, and hopefully get everyone to commit to harness science, technology, and innovation to bring development to the greater heights. We are proud that our Secretary is personally at the forefront of this endeavor. Let us take this opportunity to interact with the Secretary and the scientists we are here. We'd like also to thank NEDA and of course the Regional Development Council, led by the Honorable Governor Dimapuro, for this opportunity given to us to have this kick-off for the Science Nation Tour for Region 10, coincide with the full council meeting of the Regional Development Council. Within today's kick-off, we will be given a chance to see some of the various projects of DOST that will hopefully bring more development to the region and to the down to the barangay level. So at this stage, let me call on the Assistant Regional Director of the DOST to lead us through the activities for the kick-off of the Science Nation Tour. Si ARD Mel Batingo.
Magandang umaga po sa kanilang lahat. Maayong buntag kanilang tanan. To continue with the Science Nation Tour, let me now call on the Director of ICT Office for Mindanao, Cagayan and Region 10, Director Eva May De La Rosa, for the presentation of ICTO programs and some announcement of awards.
Secretary Mario Montero, Governor Muhammad Khalid Dimapuro, Assistant Secretary Mindoro, Dr. Vice Governor Rafael Seer, and the officers of the Regional Development Council, the national government agencies that are here, cabinet officials, guests, good morning. I will be presenting the different projects of our office. But before I do that, some of you may not be familiar of the ICT office. So please let me give you a brief introduction. So ICT office was created in 2011 per Executive Order number 47. It's formerly called the Commission on Information and Communications Technology. And ICT office also includes the Telecommunications Office, which was under the OPC before. And ICT office also includes the National Computer Center. So it's the primary entity of the executive branch with regards to information and communications technology. We have 4 strategic thrusts. I don't know if you can see it. One is e-society, where we aim to infuse information and communications technology in all areas of the Philippine society. We have e-government. I will show a video on this later. This aims to improve government services, operations, and capabilities. We also have e-business, where we collaborate with different partners, both from the public and private sector. This is to ensure growth of ICT-enabled industries. And we also have another thrust is cybersecurity, where this is to ensure the security of the Philippine cyberspace. Okay, so if you will see there, we have 8 major programs, one of which is the national connectivity. Is it working? Okay. So in the graph, you will see class C, D, and E in red line. They don't have internet, basically because the private sector will not invest in these areas due to low ROI. So the free public Wi-Fi, this is the national connectivity project of the government, aims to address connectivity challenges, especially in the countryside. So yung mga malalayo na, we will use TV white space. And what is TV white space? It is the use of unutilized broadcast frequencies, yung sa mga TV na hindi nagagamit. One Connect is intended for class 3, 4, 5, and 6 municipalities. And some areas, I think you've heard about the launching we had in Metro Manila during the National Science Technology Week. The coverage area for this one will be public schoolyards, lobbies of hospitals, LGU halls, libraries, seaports, airports. Finally, we will have internet in our airports, public parks, and plazas. Another program is, sorry, it doesn't work. Another program is iGov. So can you please play the video? I just would like to repeat that there is an administrative order number 39 mandating national government agencies to post their website on the DOST servers. Alright, so what you will see here is the map. I think it was not mentioned that we will be providing 1 gigabyte of internet connection. So for national government agencies and LGU halls. So right now, if you subscribe to PLDT and you are having 1 MB, the internet that we will be providing you is times 1,000 times. So that's how fast it should be. Okay, we're starting with this map is for Butuan. We will be for Mindanao Cluster 2, we'll be starting with Butuan. Susunod po yung Cagayan de Oro, yung dito banda sa region. So here are the list of recipients. Sure, you can read that, but in Butuan, this is a total of 80 agencies, hospitals, and schools. MUSC, nandun ba? Kasi Butuan. Alright. So next is e-Filipino. So what is e-Filipino? I'm not sure if you've heard about Tech for Ed. So it aims to improve ICT skills of different groups of people. So who among you here heard about Tech for Ed? Meron bang nakakarinig na dito about Tech for Ed? Can I see Saysay? Pwede ko bang makita yung mga kamay? O konti lang. So later, thank you very much po. Later, you will see the presentation from the Infracom. They will present about Tech for Ed because we are asking for their support for the adoption of Tech for Ed in your locality. So these centers will serve as knowledge hubs and delivery channels for digital literacy and digital training skills. So who are our target market? Out-of-school youth will greatly benefit from the digital literacy module. Some of them can explore, there is e-eskwela where out-of-school youth can get diploma and graduate high school. Okay, there is also learning English. This is a project of DOST, and we're putting it in the Tech for Ed center. Which can eventually help your constituents earn or secure online jobs. You will also see there OFWs and their families because Tech for Ed has a financial literacy component where OFWs and their families will be taught how to better handle finances as well as investing. Okay, there's M-Market. I'm not sure if kita niyo ba yan? Let me just explain. We envision to have entrepreneurs to have access in the global market. So for example, in Tubod, your product, Lalampakanay. Other products also can be promoted. Marami yata kayong produkto dito. And can be sold online. I remember my boss, Yusek Casambre, telling us that he hopes to see farmers post their carabaos online for sale. Yun yung sinabi niya. So, M-Marketplace is also in the Tech for Ed platform. We have M-Agri. It's another component of Tech for Ed. This is in partnership with Intel Grameen. What I'm explaining now is what we are not explaining during the different ICT forums. Because what we explain in the ICT forums are the basic components of the Tech for Ed. So for M-Agri, environmental factors can be inputted into the system, and I think Deputy Executive Director Vitina has discussed this with Governor Khalid Dimapuro. Okay, sorry for that interruption. I think I can proceed. And this particular system will suggest, for example, the variety of seed to plant. It will provide analysis, it will provide feedback as to maintenance and how to have higher yields. Okay, next is digital PH. So, it is DOST's mandate, 2016 mandated outcome, I think it's number 4, to generate 1.3 million jobs, direct employment in the IT BPM industry, and 40% of this will be coming from the countryside. So that is why we are doing Next Wave Cities. We are doing IT BPM road shows. Next Wave Cities, by the way, focuses on the creation and development of ICT hubs. This Next Wave City shall serve as the investment destinations outside of Metro Manila, outside of Cebu and Bacolod, and we are targeting Cagayan de Oro or Iligan City to be in the Next Wave Cities. So we also do capability development trainings for ICT Council. That's why during the Infracom meeting, we requested for a presentation for or support in the establishment and the creation of the ICT councils. Now, kasi ICT councils are very important component for the BPO sector to come into the area to invest. So we have scheduled trainings already for Kapatagan and Iligan City in the coming in the next few weeks. Alright, so ICT Council, just to give you a little background on this one, is composed of different players. You have the academe, government sector, real estate, developers, infrastructure providers, telecom, and etc. We have rural impact sourcing. This one is very famous here in Lanao del Norte. You will see, hindi kasi malinaw yung picture but you will see a councilor there in white. That's Councilor Paul Lagura. He's the one advocating rural impact sourcing. So what is rural impact sourcing? Yung mga jobs na nasa labas, pwede nang gawin ng mga nandito sa Lanao del Norte. So that's what we call online jobs. So yan ang ginagawa ng rural impact sourcing. Right now, according to Councilor Paul Lagura, they have 80 online workers. And according to him, ang income nito is around 10,000, 8,000 to 25,000, depende sa trabaho. So now he's targeting for not only for Kapatagan but also for Lanao. He's targeting 1,000 online workers. So let's say 1,000 times 10,000 per month sa income. Now that translates to 10 million for Lanao del Norte per month. Okay, so this is the next big thing for you. Aside from yung Tech for Ed will be a tool, no, for and this one there is a direct employment on this one. I think yun lang. So I hope you find the projects interesting and I hope you subscribe to this, and we ask for the help of the RDC for the adoption of some of these projects. Alright, good morning. We will award Trish.
Good morning, everyone. This is with relation to the Tech for Ed centers. We would like to give a certificate of recognition to LGU's Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte, and also the local government unit of Cagayan City. So please, may we request Governor Khalid and Secretary Montejo along with Director De La Rosa in front to give the award. So please allow me to read the certificate of recognition. The certificate of recognition is given to the local government of Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte, for their outstanding commitment in putting up Tech for Ed centers in their barangays, given this 20th day of August 2015. Signed by Director Eva May C. De La Rosa, the Director to the Sambre of ICPO. The same award is given also to Iligan City.
That ICT office is the office to watch, right? In the University of the Philippines National Institute of Geological Sciences, he is a professor and an executive director of Project NOAA. But as for me and as for us who experienced the fury of Typhoon Sendong, I think we will call him hero, Dr. Alfredo Mahar Lagmay, to tell us about Project NOAA.
May puntat. Morning. Kaya hintayin lang natin yung PowerPoint. Okay, yung talk ko po is 15 minutes. Gagamitin po natin ito para ituro kung paano gamitin ang Project NOAA. In fact, meron tayong NOAA website na palagay ko alam nyo na kung saan yon. At meron din pong mobile apps and pwede siya sa iOS, iPhone, iPad o kaya sa Android. Pero bago natin, next slide please. Meron pa tayong clicker. Anda ba ito? Saan? Wala. Yun. Okay, so ano po ba ang Project NOAA? No? Nung pagkatapos po ng Sendong, nagkaroon ng malaking pagbaha sa Iligan, sa Cagayan de Oro, maraming namatay. At yung ating pong presidente ay nag-request po kay Secretary Montejo na gumawa ng isang responsive program para ma-address yung ating disasters. At nabuo po ang Project NOAA. Ito po yung launch noong July 6, 2012 sa Marikina po nagawa na siyang tinamaan din po noong 2009 ng isang malaking dilubyo. Sa Project NOAA po ay meron tayong mga tinatawag na forecasts. No? Kasama po dito ang pag-asa na yung forecast ay days in advance gamit ang mga simulation models. Ay sinasabi po kung saan tatahak yung bagyo, saan magla-landfall, ano ang dami ng ulan, ano ang lakas ng hangin. Yun po ay tinatawag nating forecast. At meron po sa Project NOAA, yung NOAA-wise na tinatawag, kasama ang pag-asa, gumagawa po ng mga modelo katulad yan na nagsasabi sa atin kung ano ang lagay ng panahon, lalong-lalo na kapag merong panganib na dala. Katulad po ng kapag merong bagyo sa NOAA ay maaari nating makita yung rainfall, yung Philippine Area of Responsibility. Kung titignan niyo po yung Philippine Area of Responsibility, yung outline na puti, makikita na po anytime, anywhere. Kapag meron lang kayong smartphone, makikita niyo kung nasaan yung bagyo, ano ang forecast ng pag-asa, at saan tatahak yung bagyo. Ngayon po ay merong bagyong Ining. At kung meron kayong iPhone or Android, mabubuksan niyo po yan, makikita niyo kung nasaan si Ining sa kasalukuyan. Yun po ay mga tinatawag nating forecast. At bukod po dun sa pagsabi sa atin kung saan yung bagyo, saan uulan, kaya din po alamin kung saan uulanin. No? At yung forecast po na yan hanggang 7 days. So, 1 day, 2 days, up to 7 days, makikita natin kung saan yung buhos ng ulan. At ayon po doon sa mga pag-uusap sa NDRRMC, yung tinatawag nating pre-disaster risk assessment, lahat po ng nakikita niyong forecast ay pinag-uusapan, binebet, at inaalam kung aling mga munisipyo ang pwedeng tamaan ng malakas na ulan na pwedeng magdulot ng pagbaha. At yan po ay nabibigay days in advance. Yun po yung sistema ng PDRA or ng NDRRMC, PDRA Pre-Disaster Risk Assessment po ang ibig sabihin yan. At kapag nakita po yan, binibigay yan, kinakascade up to the municipal level. At dapat po, meron din kayong nare-receive na ganyan. Yan po ang forecast na nagsasabi sa atin, alin po ang pwedeng mga lugar na bahain, alin po ang mga pwedeng mga lugar na magkaroon ng landslide. Kasama po ng forecast, no, ay kumbaga nag-practice tayo bago pumasok ng boxing ring. Meron ding tinatawag na nowcast. No? Ibig sabihin po nun, yun na yun nandun tayo sa boxing ring, habang bumubuhos na yung ulan, kailangan natin ng slow motion camera para makita natin kung paano sumuntok yung kalaban. Yung po yung nowcast na binibigay ng Project NOAA. At pwede po natin makita anumang bahagi ng Pilipinas saan umuulan, saan bumuhos ang ulan, ganong karami nung nakaraang oras, ganong karami nung nakaraang 3 oras, 6, 12, hanggang 24 oras. Napaka-importante po niyan kasi ang pagbaha at ang pag-landslide ay hindi naman po nangyayari kapag umulan ng malakas sa 1 oras lang. Nangyayari po yan kapag umulan ng malakas na tuloy-tuloy sa loob ng maaaring 3 oras o 6 na oras o 12 oras. Lahat po yan ay pwede nyo na makita sa cellphone. Maaari nyo makita yan sa internet, no? Sa website ng NOAA, noaa.dost.gov.ph. At yun po ay maaaring gawin nating slow motion camera para naiilagan natin yung suntok ng kalaban. At kapag tinignan po natin yan, yan po ay nahahango mula dun sa mga sensors na na-deploy all over the Philippines. 1,500 sensors, rain gauges, weather stations, water level stations. Napakarami po niyan. Locally developed, locally designed, and locally deployed. No? So, nakikita po natin lahat yan. Kada 15 minuto, may binabato pong datos kung umuulan sa inyong lugar o hindi. Ngayon po, paano ba gagamitin ito? As a rule of thumb, ang threshold value na ginagamit ng PDRA or ng NDRRMC, napapag-usapan po ito kasama ang Pag-asa, kasama ang Office of Civil Defense, ay 100 millimeters. Yung po yung abiso sa inyo nabantayan nyo. Kasi pag may umabot na 100 millimeters na ulan sa inyong lugar, ay meron pa po kayo, based sa experience, ng 3 hanggang 12 oras na lumikas doon sa lugar na hindi mapanganib. At pwede niyo pong makita yan. Katulad po nitong imahe dito, merong pula at meron kayong scale na nakikita. Kapag sinabing pula, titignan niyo po kung ano yung bilang. Nandun po kung ilang millimeters. Kapag tinignan niyo po itong mapang ito, ay namumula, sasabihin ninyo, sa 1 hour accumulated rainfall. Ay delikado na ba yan ang susunod na tanong? Kapag tinignan niyo po yung 3 hours, wala namang sinasabi dyan na malakas na ulan nung nakaraang 3 oras. No? Kasi sinasabi natin kung ano yung accumulated rainfall na hihigit sa 100 millimeters. So pag tinignan natin yung 6 hours, wala pa rin. Pag tinignan natin yung 12 hours, wala pa rin. Ibig sabihin po niyan ay wala pong panganib ng baha o landslide doon sa inyong lugar. Napakadali po tignan, di ba? Kailangan lang tignan yung 1 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours. Kapag lumagpas ng 100 millimeters, yun na po ang hudyat para gumawa kayo ng aksyon. Tignan kung ano yung nangyayari sa kapaligiran, kung umulan nga ba, tignan yung mga ilog kung tumataas. Kasi po, kapag hindi tayo nabubulaga, hindi natin pag-uusapan ng disaster. Hindi lang tayo mabubulaga kapag meron tayong ganitong mga tools para makita at hindi tayo masurpresa ng dilubyo. Katulad po nito, kapag nag-ulan, dito kunyari sa may Donsol, nakikita natin pula. Yan ang pula in 3 hours. Nakikita niyo po ba kung gano'ng karami, ilang millimeters yung pula? Ma'am, 73. Mapanganib na po ba yan? Hindi, mapanganib yan, pero hudyat pa lang yan. Street flood lang siguro ang mangyayari dyan. Baha na nakakainis, no? Pero yung dilubyo talaga na pinag-uusapan, wala pa po yun. Talagang yung dilubyo na nakakamatay ng marami, no? At titignan po yung 3 hours, 6 hours. Ito po, yung 6 hours po, ano po ang sabi in terms of millimeters? Ano po? 200? 200. Ayan, kapag nasa 200 na po yan, lumagpas na sa 100, ay tatawagan na po kayo ng OCD. At sasabihin sa inyo, ganito po ang pwedeng mangyari. Tignan ang kapaligiran, tumataas ba yung ilog, at kumbaga, anywhere in the Philippines, pwede po kayong maabisuhan ng OCD, ng NDRRMC, base lang po dito sa mga tools na ginawa sa Project NOAA. Ngayon, noong Undoy, 450 millimeters, parang meron lang tayong ideya, no? 450 millimeters ang naibuhos sa loob ng 6 na oras. Noong Sendong, 180 millimeters ang naitala sa Lumpia Station. At noong Senyang naman, ay mahigit 200 millimeters ang ulan na naitala sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Visayas at Mindanao. So magbigay lang po tayo ng konting ehemplo. Dung Mario PH po, nagbigay. Pwede nyo tignan yung ganitong klaseng satellite. Kapag sinabing pula o dilaw, yung po yung mga ulap na may dalang tubig na pwedeng maging ulan. Yung pula po ay yung po yung mas maraming tubig. At pag tinignan po natin yung sensors na 1 hour rainfall, makikita na po natin na meron po tayong may maaaring problema kunyari dito sa Maynila, no? Kasi namumula at naninilaw. At pag tinignan pa po natin yung water level sensors, makikita natin na tumaas ito ng 20 meters, no? Nagmula po yan sa 13 o 14, tumaas ng 20 metros. At ang nangyari po nung Habagat 2014, nung Mario, ay imbis na po katulad ng Undoy, imbis na tao ang tangay-tangay ng ilog, ay mga aso na lang. No? So kumbaga meron tayong mga tools na pwedeng gamitin, pwede natin mapag-aralan, pwede tayong matuto para hindi po nagkakaroon ng sakuna at pagkamatay ng mga tao. Yan po ang nangyari nung Habagat 2014. Nung Tropical Storm Senyang naman po, ay ganun din po. Nakita natin yung bagyo, doon sa weather satellite image na makikita sa NOAA website, makikita natin yung pag-ulan sa Mindanao, sa Northern Mindanao kasama ang Cagayan de Oro. At pwede na po tignan yung mga water level sensors. Nakikita niyo po yung water level sensor sa Cagayan de Oro, upstream sa Bukidnon. At meron din po sa Tagaloan. Yung mga pulang araw po na nakikita niyo dyan, yung pa lang yung oras bago pa nag-peak yung water level sa ilog, ay natawagan na po si Director Al Alamban at natawagan na rin po yung private sector na Impidio Paras. Alas 12 pa lang bago magkaroon ng baha sa Tagoloan. Kasama po si Eric na Garandag, na natawagan din po nung alas 12. Makikita niyo po yung phone call at pagdating po ng 3 o'clock or 3:10, nagkaroon po ng pagbaha sa Tagaloan. Nagkaroon ng evacuation center. Isa po ay hindi lumikas, na videohan po yan, tinatangay ng rumaragasang ilog papuntang dagat. Kumbaga, meron tayong mga pamamaraan para makita po yung pagbaha, ilang oras in advance. At pag nakita po natin yon, tignan yung mapa, dapat 1 month or 1 year in advance para malaman kung saan lilikas. Katulad po ng mga mapang ganyan, nagawa din po dun sa Project NOAA at saka DREAM. At pag tinignan po natin, pati sa landslide, katulad nung nangyari sa Katbalogan, namula at nanilaw. Pag tinignan, more than 100 millimeters of rain, ayun po, nung Senyang ay nagkaroon ng pagbaha sa Katbalogan, sa East-Western Samar. Ano ba yun? Anyway, ayan po yung pagbaha sa Lubok, nakikita rin po, on the rise. Tapos umabot pa po yan hanggang mataas at ang nangyari po ay pagbaha sa Lubok. Kumbaga, kung gagamitin lang natin itong Project NOAA, napakadali po. Titignan lang yung 1 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, at saka yung mga water level sensors. Meron pa po kayong 3 oras hanggang 12 oras para makalikas, para maiwasan po ang dilubyo. Ganon din po sa Cagayan de Oro, meron din po tayong mga pagbaha. Nakita po natin yung pagtaas ng tubig upstream ng Cagayan de Oro noong December 4, 2012. Naabisuhan po ang mga tao sa Cagayan de, sina Al Alamban po, Director Alamban. At bago bumaba ito, at peak flood ay 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock to 4:30, naabisuhan na po ng alauna. At bago po rumagasa ang flash flood noong panahon na yon, ay nakalikas na po ang mga tao. Marami po tayong mga ganitong mga flood events, no? Habagat 2012, 2 beses tumaas ang Ilog Marikina noong Habagat 2012 up to the 2nd floor. Nangyari din po ito noong 2013 up to the 2nd floor. Habagat 2014 up to the 2nd floor na naman. Pero sa lahat po ng mga kasong yan, 0 casualties. Kasi po, magandang abiso, merong tools ang ginawa ang gobyerno at ginawan ito ng paraan na gamit, na lagay sa aksyon ng mga tao ng Marikina yung impormasyon na yon. Noong Pablo po sa Cagayan de Oro, nangyari na rin din po yun. Naabisuhan 3 to 4 hours in advance. Agaton, ang lutuan po ay naabisuhan din 9 hours in advance bago nag-2nd floor. Yung Yolanda, nagkaroon po tayo ng problema, visual communication, hindi na-translate yung taas ng tubig dahil yung mapa po natin ay hindi pa kumpleto. Pero natuto po tayo ng Ruby. Mantakin nyo, nagkaroon ng storm surges doon sa western part ng Samar at saka northern Leyte ng Ruby. Pero sa isang barangay, 2,000 ang natupok, tanggal yung mga bahay, pero wala pong namatay doon sa mga barangay na yon. That's just one barangay na 2,000 houses totally washed out by storm surges. At nung Senyang po, yung ehemplo po ng Tagaloan. Ito pong mga ehemplo na to ay nauukol sa isang bagay na maaari nating gamitin in the future. We would call these events as the disasters that did not happen. Sayang lang po at hindi ito nare-reiterate, nauulit pagkwentuhan. Sayang kasi meron po tayong aral na pwedeng makuha dito, katulad ng mga aral na nakukuha natin mula sa actual disasters. Kasi sa success stories or the disasters that did not happen, meron din po tayong aral na malaki na pwedeng mapulot dyan. At kung uulitin natin yung mga aral na ito, gagamitin natin ang Project NOAA, gagamitin natin yung mga ginagawa po ng DOST, ay maaari po natin ma-avoid o maiwasan ang disasters. Ito pong lahat na ito ay mga tools na binibigay po, ika nga, ang sabi po ni Secretary Montejo, by harnessing the potential of science and technology, the DOST is able to find solutions to problems brought about by climate change. And we can now use science-based tools for disaster preparedness and mitigation. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lagmay. Do you agree that he is a hero? Yes. So let me now call on another hero, also a professor from the University of the Philippines, National Institute of Geological Sciences. He is the program leader of DREAM and the project leader of PhilLiDAR, Dr. Enrico Perina. Sir Eric.
Salamat po ma'am, pero masasay with of the honor of being member of the NIGS, taga-College of Engineering po. So, represent ko po yung Disaster Risk and Exposure Assessment and Mitigation Program. So, ito ay kakibat na programa ng Project NOAA sa pagbibigay ng abiso at impormasyon sa mga tao sa larangan ng mga sakuna. So, nabanggit ni Dr. Lagmay kanina tungkol doon sa karanasan natin sa Sendong. No? Actually, yung nag-trigger ng ating proyekto. No? Although matagal na namin itong pinopropose noon pang 2011. No? As early as February of 2011, it took a disaster like Sendong to have it really pushed up the agenda. No? So, in a way, parang siguro magpapasalamat tayo sa alaala ng Sendong na nagbigay sa atin ng oportunidad, no, para may pursue yung dream, no. Anyhow, ang pinaka-objective po ng dream ay masuportahan ng ating pamahalaan para magbigay ng karampatang abiso sa ating mga mamamayan tungkol sa pagbaha, no. Karaniwan kasi ng mga problema natin sa pagbaha, ang katanungan, kailan pa darating yung baha, gaano kataas ang pagbaha, at gaano kadalas ito pwedeng mangyari, no? So, tinignan namin ito ang watershed and river basin approach, no? Kung saan sinasabi natin na siguro yung mga pagbaha na nangyayari sa atin ay dulot ng tubig na nanggagaling sa ating mga kabundukan tapos pupunta sa ating mga kapatagan, no? So, kasi nasa kapatagan naman karaniwan yung ating mga mamamayan, yung ating mga komunidad, no? So, ganun namin siya in-approach. Gumamit kami dito ng teknolohiya ang tinatawag na LiDAR, no? LiDAR is light detection and ranging. So basically, it's a mapping instrument, no? Kung saan pinapakita dito yung taas at baba ng ating mga kapatagan. Mahirap magmapa ng flooding, no, sa kapatagan. In fact, for example, yung ating existing flood hazard maps, parang pinapakita niya yung buong bayan natin subject, no, to severe flooding. Mahirap naman magplano pag ganito yung mapa mo. Kasi masyadong generalized no? So parang there's no leeway for development. So gusto na sana natin i-improve yun by really identifying sites which are really prone to flooding. So in fact, we're trying to find hope, no? Instead of trying to instill fear in people. No? Hope kasi at least ma-identify mo yung safe yung hazardous areas to flooding, ma-identify mo rin yung safer areas for flooding. So, karaniwan, no? And we did it up until the barangay level, no? Hindi yung parang buong munisipyo flood prone, yung buong syudad flood prone, no? Kundi dito, halimbawa, itong barangay na ito sa may Cagayan de Oro City, paborito yung example ito. Ito yung parang aerial photography, katulad dito na nakikita natin sa Google Earth, no? Pag gumagamit tayo ng LiDAR technology, namamapa natin yung taas-baba ng ating kalupaan, pati na rin yung shape ng ating mga buildings yun, makikita nyo parang mga kulay puti. Yan yung mga buildings doon. Alam na natin kung gaano siya kataas. Yung mga iba dyan, kasama pati mga puno, no? Yung teknolohiya kasi ng LiDAR, pwede mong tapyasin lahat ng mga anumang nasa ibabaw ng lupa, no? So, you can remove the buildings, you can remove the trees virtually, and then just leave it with the terrain. And the terrain, the depiction of the terrain itself, it tells us already a lot, no? For example, alam natin na, teka, hindi lang pala yung ilog, no, ang delikado, pati na rin yung mga nasa paligid niya. And what's interesting about it is that
maraming nakatira, no? Doon sa, unfortunately, doon sa gilid ng ilog na yun, na mababa pa. It's actually part of the river. Kasama dito, for example, yung paborito ko rin example to. Sorry po sa mga aking mga colleagues sa Iligan City. Pero I think this much illustrates the point about having to have a very good description of the terrain. Therefore, you will have a very good idea where the potentially flooded areas might be. No? So ito rin, we did this with in partnership with the project Climate Twin Phoenix, no? Sa Climate Change Commission, when we used yung inputs ng pag-asa, ng projection ng pag-asa ng climate change. No? So pinapakita dito kung paano raragasa yung tubig ilog, no? Tapos paano siya mag-expand, and then paano rin siya magre-recede later on kapag bumaba na o humupa na yung pagbaha. No? So sa pamamagitan ng mga tools na ito, we're able to create flood maps, no? Flood hazard maps. Hindi lang isa, no? Kundi marami, 3 klase. Why are there 3 kinds of maps that we produce for floods? No? One is for the, say sabihin na natin, low intensity rainfall. One is for the moderate intensity rainfall. And one is for the high intensity rainfall. Bakit ito mahalaga? Kasi yung ability or yung response natin is based on what is happening. Hindi pwede yung parang one size fits all na information. So, we need to customize, no, according to the actual condition. So halimbawa, nabalitaan natin sa mga rain gauges na in-install ng DOST na mababa pa yung rainfall. So ang pwede natin ilikas lang siguro yung mga medyo malalapit sa ilog, no? Pero pag nabalitaan natin, nakita natin sa mga datos na halimbawa galing sa Project NOAA website na ma-intense yung rainfall, like in this case 240 millimeters, yung mga colored dyan na lugar, no? Yung mga non-grade, yun yung pwede posibleng natin bigyan ng kalinga o bigyan natin ng rescue kinakailangan. No? So, babalik ako dun sa example ng Barangay Consolacion doon sa Cagayan de Oro. Kung moderate kung low yung rainfall, ganito lang itsura. Kung moderate yung rainfall, ganito yung itsura. Kung medyo mas malakas pa yung rainfall, ganito rin yung itsura. No? So, calibrated ika na yung ating response according to what may happen. Rather than just say, okay, maybe we need to evacuate the entire city, which is not really realistic. No? Nabanggit ko kanina that we had cooperation with the Climate Change Commission para ano naman ang scenario sa future. Ang sinasabi ng pag-asa, sa lugar na ito, lalakas pa ang rainfall by about 20%, no? in 2020. No? So sabi namin, ano kaya kung i-project natin yung kalakasan, yung paglakas na yun ng ulan doon sa current na flood situation. At gumawa kami ng mapa na climate adjusted. No? So, in other words, instead of looking at your flooding conditions now, it may also be better pag tingnan mo yung flooding conditions in the future. No? So, pwede rin ganito yung approach, no? So, to address climate change. Nabanggit na ni Dr. Lagmay kanina na very useful yung pag-install natin ng mga sangkatutak na rain gauges at saka water level sensors. This is taken sa Mandulog Bridge. No? This is a water level sensor. So ano pang ginamit namin dito? Hindi kami nakontento sa paggawa lamang ng mapa. Gumawa rin tayo ng paraan para rin somehow malaman natin kung sa pagtaas ba ng baha, pwede na nating ma-forecast kung ito ay aapaw o hindi. No? So isa yun sa mga ginawa nating tools. No? For example, kung walang ulan, syempre, pantay lang yung level ng ilog, no? Pero kapag umulan na, kagaya ng green na bars na nakikita yung pabagsak na ganon, it will also induce a rise in your water level. And this can be predicted or be given in the next 12 hours. So for example, pag umulan ng malakas, kaya na natin gumawa ng parang forecast ng water level. So based on the water level, we know the elevation, no? Based, again, on the LiDAR-based elevation data that we have, then malalaman natin kung aapaw yung tubig sa ilog o hindi. Kung makikita natin, ang naging applications mainly ng LiDAR technology na ginamit natin to do this was to do hazards mapping. Of course, it will and it can also be used for mapping exposure. No? Kung mapping exposure means pwede nyo malaman nasan ba yung mga buildings, nasan ba yung mga schoolhouses, nasan ba yung mga bahay, no? Kasi kitang-kita mo na yung outline ng mga buildings, eh. No? So halimbawa, alam mo yung taas ng building, alam mo yung level ng flooding, malalaman natin kung yung first floor pa lang yung babahain, yung second floor pa lang yung babahain. But on top of that, you can also use the same LiDAR datasets, no, to do other things, no, outside the disaster realm, outside the hazard realm, such as una, pwede na nating ma-inventaryo ngayon yung ating mga resources, our forests, our agricultural areas, kasi it's a mapping tool eh. So kung ano man na nakikita natin dun sa nakuha ng LiDAR data, pwede na tayong gumawa ng mas finer scale na mapa, no? Kung sanay na tayo dun sa 1:50,000 na base map, ito ay pwede tayong gumawa ng mapa na 1:5,000 to 1:2,000, no? Ginagamit din itong mga itong LiDAR derived products natin for infrastructure planning and monitoring, no? In fact, we had already cooperation with the Department of Public Works and Highways here in Region 10 for the use of the LiDAR data for the design of key infrastructure like yung mga roads at saka yung mga flood control projects nila, no? So we're proud to actually being able to have other uses for this data. Likewise, I think we've already provided the data sets to Cagayan de Oro City as well as for Iligan City, no, in mapping out their urban facilities, no. So I'm sure aware po yung kanya-kanyang City Planning and Development Office. So ang good news po, yon. Ito po ang current coverage namin as of, I think this is May of 2015, no, of what we have covered for Region 10, no. So medyo ano pa, nahagingan na namin ng konti si Osamis. I think meron na kaming magandang completion for Tubod, no, and a greater part of Cagayan de Oro, Iligan, and other municipalities and cities, no. We intend to finish the LiDAR mapping program that should cover the entire country by the end of 2016. No? So babalikan po namin yung mga ilang piling lugar. No? Meron lang kaming mga inuna kasi tingin namin ito may priority in terms of their flood or hazard conditions. No? So what I'd like to draw on siguro during my talk is try to explore the possibility of extending the use of this very powerful data set, no, nung LiDAR data sets natin to do what we need to do for regional development, no. So kasama dito yung paggamit ng LiDAR data to do yung nailista ko na kanina, resource inventory, infrastructure planning, and governance. And I think kaya nga rin ako nagpapasalamat kasi nabigyan tayo ng ganitong opportunity to show what we did and what it can further do. Yung mga what we can further do, I think malaking bagay na meron ng cooperation with the region, with the local government units in the region, as well as to local planners, developers, and council that oversees it. So maraming salamat po at magandang umaga.
Stand corrected. Sir, Eric. Dr. Enrico Paningit from the UP College of Engineering. Now we come to the most awaited part of this kickoff. This is the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement for the joint implementation of the Program on Development of Hybrid Weather Monitoring System and production of weather and rain automated stations. Actually, this is the title of the mother project. But in Northern Mindanao, we have the project now called as the Deployment and Maintenance of Early Warning Systems. For the information of the body, we have now 64 installed early warning systems throughout the region. And there will be 14 more to be installed within the year. And 10 of these will be in the province of Lanao del Norte. Let me now call on the signatories for the MOA. Of course, our very own Secretary, Mario G. Montejo, witnessed by our Director Alfonso P. Alamban, and Governor Muhammad Khalid Dimapuro of Lanao del Norte, Governor Jose Maria Rubin R. Zubiri Jr., represented by Engineer Jezreel Magubat, Provincial Planning and Development Officer, Governor Jordin Jesus M. Romualdo, represented by Marivic S. Rendigo, the Provincial Planning and Development Officer, Governor Herminia M. Ramiro, represented by the Provincial Legal Officer, Attorney Procopio C. Lau, Governor Yevgeny Vicente B. Imano, represented by Stanley B. Oriarte, Provincial Planning Officer, Mayor Oscar S. Moreno, represented by the City Planning Officer, Engineer Isidro Borja, and Mayor Roderick C. Marzo, represented by City Councilor Bayani Ariola. I would like to request all those mentioned to please come up the presidential table. And I would like to request those sitting at the presidential table to just stand at the back and act as witness for the MOA signing. Let us have now the MOA, please, distributed. Let me also present the team for DOST in Northern Mindanao, Mr. Narvin Sotan and Mr. Paulo Botasla. Kung makikita niyo po sila yung nag-i-install at nag-maintain ng ating mga early warning systems. Thank you very much. Please. As the body, you are enjoined to also sign your name at the wall of commitment, which we call the pledge. Okay. For Iligan City, the representative is City Administrator Orlando Mag. As such, we acknowledge and affirm our respective agency roles in protecting and maintaining and sustaining the weather monitoring stations and systems for the benefit of the greater throughout the region. We will also be playing some pictures of the early warning systems here in Region 10 for our appreciation, and sana pag nakita nyo ang DOST Project NOAA. First, complementary food project, about 1.1 million, was released to the provincial government of Lanao del Norte. We will have a ceremonial turning over ceremony for that. And after, we will also have a funding check worth 500,000, about 500,000, to be released to the local government unit of Magsaysay, Lanao del Norte, for a project on community empowerment through science and technology. the local government unit of Magsaysay, Lanao del Norte, CES project. Also to be received by the Governor Dimapuro, and a representative from the local government unit of Magsaysay, Lanao del Norte. Anybody here? And I would not be surprised if later this afternoon our governor would declare this gazebo hall as the Heroes Hall in Mindanao, right? Because the next part is actually the pinaka-importante po na part ng Science Nation Tour. Isa po siyang innovator, and then we are very proud of him. He is a maker of heroes. Kasi sina Dr. Paringit at Dr. Lagmay ay nagawa po nila yung kanilang mga project na na-lead because of the innovation na ginawa ng aming secretary. We are very proud and honored to have him today. Our Secretary, Mario G. Montejo, for his message.
Honorable Muhammad Kali Makora, Governor of Lanao del Norte and Chairperson of the RDC District 10, and also our host, thank you very much. Engineer Leon Lacanay, NEDA Regional Director and RDC Vice Chairperson. Dr. May Esther Gumadil, Assistant Regional Director of NEDA, Region 10. Honorable Velika, Mayor of Municipality of Tubod, Chairperson of RDC Social Development Committee, other local officials, regional director and representatives, private sector representatives, friends of the media, kasama ko sa DOST, maayong punta, magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Earlier, our two heroes presented yung ating Project NOAA and the Dream Project. Now, kasi small background lang para lalo natin tuloy itong dalawa. Is that before 2010, before the administration of the Pinoy, we have only, for the past 40 years, we had only 4 river that are monitoring system. Apat lang po yun for the past since time immemorial, 40 years. And all of them were developed or were implemented po na foreign institution. Now here comes sa ating mga all Filipino scientists and engineers. They have implemented, developed the flood early warning for 18 major river system in a little more than 2 years. Ngayon, by going into partnership with other SUC, including MSU here, and other 15, we will be putting up early warning system for the remaining 285 in up to 2016. Ganun po kagaling ang ating mga Filipino scientists and engineers, and some of them are engineers. Now, a climate phenomena that is a major concern po natin lahat, at tinatawag po natin El Niño. And we have been observing, monitoring po itong El Niño phenomenon kasi mangyayari po talaga. And siguro not to be very bad news, pero yung sea surface temperature po na which is indicator po na ano kalakas ang El Niño, eh medyo nag-intensify po, indicating po na malakas po ang El Niño that will be occurring starting, have been occurring ha, pero the impact will be felt simula po September. Now, this is comparable to the El Niño, the worst El Niño na naramdaman po that has affected the Philippines in 1997-98. Comparable po siya. So, but the government is preparing for this, Now, to give you an update lang po ng El Nino, starting September po, mas mararamdaman po ang effect of El Nino. We have three categories po ng impact. One is that some provinces will be having yung dry condition, meaning it will be experiencing below normal rainfall for at least 1 month. But if it will continue for the next 3 months, tawag po namin doon ay dry spell na po yung area. Pag medyo below normal talaga siya, way below normal, meaning 40% lang ang ulan compared to normal, drought condition po yun. Pag if an area experience drought condition of below normal, way below normal, for continuous 3 months, drought condition. Anyway, the number of provinces that will be impacted or will be feeling the impact of El Nino po. By September po, 12 provinces. By October po, under the different categories po yun. By October po, aabot po na po ng 29 provinces. By dating po ng November, it will increase to 79 provinces. By December po, 70 po by December, provinces will be in various, from El Nino, from dry spell condition to dry spell to drought. By January po, it will reach to 72, and February po, 76. Yung nakapula po, yan po ang provinces, pula are part of the 10. By March po, we're looking at 100% po na lahat po ng probinsya po will be affected po na El Nino. April po, 76. Medyo mag-i-improve na po by May. We are projected to improve by May. Sana po mali po ang DOS sa Pag-asa. Pero po, nakakasundo po ang mga meteorologists po from the US, from Korea, that this would be the worst El Nino since 1987, o para po sa 1997. Sana po, mali po lahat. Pero the government is preparing for this kind of eventuality. And the President, actually 2 days ago, 3 days ago, convened a meeting, and siyempre unahin natin ang priority kagad ang food security, priority din ang health, priority other effect that will be caused by the El Nino phenomenon. And we're looking at May, June, the government is looking at napakarami looking at everything para lang makapaghanda tayo. Pero the good news naman is the government has been prepared for this. Total all resources being put into place para lang makapaghanda tayo sa El Nino phenomenon. Okay, so let's go to the brighter side of the message. Anyway, as mentioned earlier by Governor, I'd like to repeat the role of DOST. Ang role po ng DOST is to use science and technology po to benefit the Filipino, to benefit ng buwan ng ating Maria. And that is clearly inuutos ng ating Pangulo. There was a paradigm shift po in our focus from purely academic pursuit to initiative that directly benefit the Filipino people. That is Mama Maria and Mama Juan. The use of science technology. Ngayon, what is the most powerful technology for you? It is called ICT. It will change everything. And I'm very pleased that Region 10 now have embraced the possible benefit, the potential benefit for ng ICT. I was pleasantly surprised that with Tech for Ed, maraming adapters to LGU. They're looking forward to Tech for Ed, maybe the most number in any other region in the whole Philippines. Yung pag-appreciate yung impact outsourcing, rural impact outsourcing, unbelievable, 1,000. Ami ko lang sineda, yung 1,000 kasi times 10,000 per month is 10 million per month. That is direct income. If you multiply economies, times 3. That is economic activity.
So we are talking 120 times 360 million in a rural community. Now, if it can be multiplied to other areas, lalo mas maraming tao mapagagawa. So it's job generation, it can improve delivery of government services, it can improve online, pinabanggit yung online training. That is ICT. And that is only part of ICT. Tuwang-tuwa talaga ako na fully embrace ang Region 10. Hindi ko akalain na sa Mindanao ko makita ang awareness, yung pag-cook talaga, and even yung sa ano, yung ICT roadmap for approval, ICT Council. Paglalagay ng ICT Council all over. I salute. Very fully salute to Region 10. Essentially, makita natin na growing connectivity kasi meron tayong malaki programa ang government is the free Wi-Fi. It's starting this year, hopefully it will be rolled out. It's almost on time, pero alam naman natin ang gobyerno, it's almost on time. According to the timetable, by end of the year, it will cover 960 plus or 980 plus LGU. So connectivity. Pero para makabenepisyo po si Mama Juan at si Ali Maria, kailangan magamit. So kailangan po natin ICT-enabled application. And this application ay nabanggit kanina, and that is only the tip of the iceberg. Napakarami po available application that will be made available po dito po sa starting with Tech4Ed and others na pwede namin available. You can just imagine, lahat ng job listing nasa internet. You can apply through the internet. You can take your exam through the internet. You can be interviewed initially through the internet. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka na kailangan umalis. Final interview ka na siguro, kailangan pa pumunta sa isang lugar o kailangan pupunta sa trabaho. That is how powerful ICT is. At alam niyo naman lahat yun. Kaya kayo fully supportive and our partners to make ICT talaga enable economic activity. Napakarami pwede mo ito. So earlier it was discussed regarding NOAA and the new project for disaster mitigation. How to use science technology to improve our disaster preparedness and to be able to adapt to climate change mitigation. Now I'd just like to present to you, kasi nakita ko lang kanina, that we have a climate and disaster risk sensitive regional framework plan. Now I'd like to introduce lang a tool, a platform, wherein pwede nyo magamit po rito para lang tumabuo. Kasi ito 2030 to 2040 plan. Next slide please. Okay. We started with LiDAR. This is a high resolution map. This becomes a baseline. Mag-overlay po tayo ng weather forecasting. Pwede po tayo mag-model ng rain events. Pwede na, yun ang ginawa po nila Eric. To develop flood modeling para malaman natin, para ma-translate ang weather to its impact. Ano po yun? Isang layer, kailangan po natin yung baseline map, which is the LiDAR, since digital sila. Pag meron tayong weather information po, pwede natin model. That's the reason nakagawa po tayo ng flood modeling. We are able to enhance landslide, storm surge, even tsunami, because of this. Because of two important, which is the weather and the pinaka-importante po the baseline. So that is one layer. Two layers pala. Kanya we're talking about banana plantation and others. If we put up a seasonal forecast, seasonal meaning 6 months ahead the forecast, just like El Nino. This is more than 6 months, this is 8 months forecast. We can plan ahead. Kasi ang ating seasonal forecast ngayon ay area specific. We're going into area specific. Ang pag-asa po is upgrading its seasonal forecast to be 7 by 7 kilometer area. So alam natin ano ba ang rainfall outlook for the next 6 months. Now if we overlay banana plantation or any agri area, those are very important information, data po, para malaman nyo kailan kayo magtatanim, kailan kayo mag-harvest, kailan kayo mag-apply ng fertilizer. So those are very important. Tapos if we interact it with
the science, the agri, maraming information. Actually, that was touched earlier, textbook. Now, if we project climate change din naman, kasi Pag-asa will be investing 400 million worth of supercomputer para to run advanced climate change modeling. Para magkaroon din ng area specific. So you can project the climate, the weather outlook for the next 20, 50 years. Na area specific din po, province specific. So we can plan ahead. Ano ba ang area most suited for agri? Ano ba ang area na hindi pa suited? So pwede na pagplanuhan. I mean, for planning purposes, these are very important information. And that is just tip of the iceberg. Naglagay pa kami ng different layers dyan, like agri-ecosystem, forest ecosystem, marine ecosystem. Pag nilayer po natin yan, these are sobrang karaming data set that if we apply smart analytics, very gagawin ng ngayon, malalaman po natin ano ba ang mangyayari sa atin dito sa climate change. Hindi naman accurately, but we have an idea. Para huwag naman tayo matakot sa climate change. Now, I'd like to go back to the first two layers. Kasi mahirap naman puro problema. Kasi these tools are also to know what will happen, even more important, to be able to use this as ating other stakeholder makagawa po ng solusyon. Nahuli lang po tayo ng konti because sabihin ninyo, sa may dry spell. Pero there is a very important number na hindi ko talaga makalimutan. Ang Philippines po, tumatanggap po yan ng 600 million cubic meters po ng ulan every year. Ang nagagamit po natin ay 150 million. So 25% lang po. Yung iba po yung tatapon. So we still have around 450. Lagyan na lang natin 400. Paano natin ma-harness yung tubig na yun? Para paghandaan po kamukha nito ay for dry spell. Through this 3D slider map, makakatulong po ito to be able to identify places na most suitable kung gagawa tayo ng mga man-made leak na lang, impounding water storage, not necessarily the big dams. Of course, makakita din siya ng big dams, pero even smaller para lang makatulong sa community base. Again, all of this is mitigation. All of these are tools para makatulong po sa ating mga engineers po makahanap. As I was talking with the governor, yung ginagawa po ng LiDAR, nasa LSU na po. We are downloading po, we are capacity building po yung regional para dito na nag-uusap-usap na magamit itong tools nito to be able to find solution. Again, these are tools, these are information, these are data that can be processed further for us to be able to develop solutions. Hindi nabanggit ni Eric, pero sa Manila po, napipidik na po ulan sa intersection, sa kalye. Kaya now, bibigyan ako ng flood advisory po. Now, pag napipidik po natin ng baha sa kalye, meaning we can develop the modeling po ng baha. It can be used also to find solution. Paano ba natin mapapalaki yung ating mga drainage system para to address yung localized flooding. Again, all of this data can be able to identify problem, but even better, they can be used also to find solutions. Next slide. We have 8 outcomes. Anyway, in essence po, ang DOST po, para makatulong po sa kay Ma'am Juan Al Maria, para makatulong po to improve productivity. Actually, this was touched kanina ni Governor. Improve productivity, improve efficiency. That is how we can help Ma'am Juan. And that covers agri, marine, that covers SME, that covers industries, that covers even improving health delivery services. Ngayon, ano pala yung, ano natin essence, no? How can we improve productivity? How can we enhance? Kailangan may innovation. Paano magkakaroon po ng innovation? It is by, tawag po namin ng innovation ecosystem. It is an infrastructure po. That is the only way pwede natin para maka-generate po ng innovation. And what are the main components po itong ecosystem po natin? It includes po of facilities, cutting-edge facilities. Nabanggit po LiDAR, that is one. Cutting-edge facility po yun. Kasi yan ang pinaka-latest po in mapping technology, LiDAR. We have also facility for genomics, nanotechnology, biotech, advanced manufacturing. Kailangan po natin ito eh. Kailangan po natin ng facility wherein it supports our scientists and engineers to come up with innovation. Kailangan po natin ng capacity building. Kailangan po natin marami scientists, marami pang engineers na highly capable. That's why sinasama namin lahat ng SUC po. We are involving all. We are increasing our scholarship 300 times since 2010. And proudly ang Region 10 eh, dati yung NGO na walang scholar 3 years ago was 35. 2 years ago it was 14. Last year it was 7. This year po, 2016, committed po si Al na lahat po ng NGO in Region 10 ay mayroon at least one USC scholar. Committed po ni Al. Ano lang ako, para bang example lang how ang approach po ng DOST to improve productivity po. Next slide please. Next slide. Ito po. Yung ating SME, tinutulungan po natin siya from idea to market. Starting po with idea. Ang sample po dito ay food kasi most of the MSME po ay involved po sa food processing. Mamayang gabi ata, we will be inaugurating ang aming Food Innovation Center. Ano ba nasa Food Innovation Center? May naman po itong mga technology that were not available before, like vacuum frying, like retort, like freeze drying, spray drying. Lahat po ito will be available para makapag-experiment po ang ating mga food processor under the guidance of food scientists po, makabuo sila ng mga food products, makadevelop po. For example lang po, in many parts in the Philippines po, maraming kalamansi, nabubulukan po ang kalamansi. Nasisira po, bumababa po ang presyo ng kalamansi. Pero pag pre-process po natin dito, increase the shelf life and process it, ma-stable po ang price. We are talking about durian, at pinag-usapan namin kanina ay langka. Ano ba langka? Langka, okay? Pag pinag-yung fried nyo, napakasarap. Napakasarap po. Pwede po pag-export, mataas po ang shelf life, 6 months. By vacuum frying langka. And you're talking about, napakarami pa po. We are starting with 5 technologies. Eventually, we would like to expand the technologies, food processing technology to maybe 10 or another 15 para mapag-experiment po ating mga food. Ngayon, from idea, pag kumbinsido na po ang ating SME, MSME, na yung kanyang produkto ay masarap at tingin niya mabebenta niya na, and he would like to pursue that business, tutulungan po namin siya. Kailangan po niya ng malamang ng equipment. Meron kami set up which fund buying the equipment. Kailangan po niyang malaman po paano i-set up, i-layout yung kanyang planta o small plant. Meron kami free advisory, technical support system. Kailangan po niya mapatest yung kanyang produkto po kung mataas talaga shelf life niya. Meron din kami laboratories. We have the most advanced laboratories. We have also one, maybe it will be siguro mababag kita mamaya. Meron kami one lab. Kailangan po niya i-package sa maganda. Tutulungan po namin siya ma-package sa maganda. At lastly po, tutulungan din namin siya mag-market. Meron kami tinayo po na one store, tawag namin one store. Nabanggit po kanina, the online marketing. And we have very bullish about this one store. Kasi meron kaming tinayo, 47,000 hits. We were talking about a few weeks, all pa lang kami one store. 47,000 hits. That is the interest of buyers for Filipino products. Eh, ang ano pa lang namin, Region 2. I-expand po namin to nationwide. Kasi dito po, pagbaga naman talaga po ang produkto ko, at meron pa pala kami sa tulong po, bakit siya tatanggapin po worldwide? Kasi napakataas po ng standard ng ano yan. Pag sinertify po ng lab ng DOST po yun, accepted po worldwide. That is the highest level po. So meron kaming standard na acceptable po worldwide ng aming laboratory. Anyway, let's go to kung meron kayong magandang produkto which you think will sell, pero kung mag-click, I mean, there is always the risk, nakaka-ready. Pero kung mag-click, napakahirap imagine the potential. Pwede kayo talaga maging milyonaryo. It's not literally. Kasi we take care of the delivery, we take care of the payment, it's taking out of the one store. Again, this service is provided by the government in support of MSME. We're not charging anything. Sagot po ng gobyerno yun. Sagot ng gobyerno to maintain this platform, sagot ng gobyerno to arrange all of this financial. Pero baka mamaya may konting ano dahil hindi pa kami umabot sa financial. Pero in a few months, maano na namin yun. Especially because of the very positive response yung earlier, para makakulang namin eh. Tawag yun. Slow launch, ang gayon. Soft launch, very, very soft launch. Grabe ang response. So, ano ang critical po dito? Number one po, ang critical dito is the product. Kagalingan po to develop a good product. Pero tinutulungan namin po kayo, we will make available. Babalik na po ako doon sa Food Innovation Center. Kasi if you, isa ding hadlang ng ating MSME is to avail ang equipment. Kailangan din po ang equipment mura. So we are helping our local fabricators. Puro tayo local po. It started with Nova Dream Project. Tayo puro Filipino innovation tayo. Anyway, to come up with Filipino fabricated equipment that meets whatever the requirements, that is lower than in Thailand. Dapat gano'n. Kasi para tayo maging competitive. Kasi kung mahal ang bibili ko equipment, hindi na ako magiging competitive sa with Thailand. Anyway, hopefully, ang focus po dito ay pagalingan po ng creativity po ng Pilipino vis-a-vis other countries. At marami po nagsasabi na Pilipino po talaga ay creative. Marami po nagsasabi, it's a how we live, it's a fiesta, it's a colorful life natin. Lahat po yun environment po pala for us to be creative. So may laban talaga tayo sa creativity. Pero the whole point, if you have a good idea, you can become a millionaire. That is, and you don't have to live. Hindi kaya kailangan kasi napakarami nating ugly resources eh. Napakarami it's all, lalo na sa Mindanao. So that is the role of DOST po, making available this know-how, making available, enhancing the whole ecosystem that would enable developing innovative products and services and helping everybody. Now, ang parati namin stress is not only creating or developing know-how, it's really developing solution. I'll just focus na lang on the last three natin. There are three, tingin ko lang, perennial problem na napakalaking problema ng Pilipinas. One is malnutrition. It's good that we nagano kami kanina kasi we look at malnutrition and ma-address po if you start after breastfeeding, complementary food. So we develop a baby food that has been tested ilang beses na po. Dati marami kami nakita ng testing na 40 malnourished or extremely malnourished. After 120 days, 100% na po normal. In so many cases po. So proven na po yung aming complementary baby food. They were developed by, again, Filipino scientists, food scientists. The second one talaga is potable water. Kasi there's always, pwede mong tingnan na potable water becomes a water system. Ang aming po approach is to develop a water filter that is very affordable. It's a ceramic water filter. A similar project in Thailand, recognized ng UN, pero similar price. Pero this is developed by And the third one po ay yung ating sanitation. Kasi maraming waterborne diseases. So, meron kami ngayon, bago pa lang, so roll up po for application po, low-cost septic tank. For plastic, pero gumagamit ko ito ng pag-accelerate of the yung activity. And this is, we found this very effective, very cost-effective. Dati po, during APEC po sa Boracay, may concern po doon na yung tubig. May concern of ginamita po namin, nag-ano kami na in-accelerate namin yung water, and it was na-solusyonan po. So that was a big case where the proof po na yung technology dito po can address again chloroform or pag tumatas na po. So we look at these three solutions po for perennial problem. Parati na lang sinasabi lack of potable water, maraming waterborne diseases because lack of septic tank or sanitation, and also malnutrition. This is what DOST is doing, and this is how tinutupad lang po namin, lalo na ang direct focus po ng ating Pangulo to be able to inclusive growth to go to the countryside. Again, consistent also with our slogan, ang hab na ramdam. Dapat talaga maramdaman. Maraming salamat po.
Tag sa tanan, salamat Mel. Thank you also for giving me the opportunity to translate the South theme because I understand there are non-Bisayans in the group. No? So, pasidungog sa mga mahimog daon alang sa nasundong kadaugan batok sa kalisdanan is honoring the SNT researchers and inventors who have the passion and creative minds to innovate and generate technologies. After all, this is a convergence of novel ideas, innovation, inventions, hard work, and determination, and I am very grateful for your active participation. This 2015 Regional Invention Contest and Exhibit, or RISE, is a biennial nationwide activity organized by the Technology Application and Promotion Institute, or TAPI. RISE is conducted in different regions of the country. This is to recognize the efforts of the Filipino researchers and inventors. Today's contest and exhibit is the third RISE to be conducted in Northern Mindanao. Siguro, to the inventors, to the innovators, to the students, siguro ang tanong sa inyo ngayon, what is the future of the innovator, of an inventor? Siguro, at the top of your mind, nag-iisip din kayo ng gano'n. Let me share to you, kasi pinapakilala ko inventor, totoo po, I am an innovator. 25 or 26 years ago, kamukha nyo rin ako. Meron din akong ganito, nag-exhibit din ako sa isang invention, ganito. That was around 1989 and 1988.
Buti na lang nanalo ako ng most creative research. Pero what I presented was a design of an equipment that will make well screen. Yung panahon po noon, ang well screen po ay imported. Alam na lang po yung pangalan ng mga imported. Johnson Screen, American brand. Houston Screen, that's also an American brand. Tsaka Sure Screen. Pero tayo po, naniniwala po tayo na kaya natin gumawa ng screen, well screen. At kaya natin gumawa ng makina ng paggawa ng well screen. And that was what I exhibited. A showcase po. I bet all our resources po dito, kasi entrepreneur po ako, kamukha po ako ni, kamukha ng many of you here. Anyway, we put the resources, gawa po kami ng makina, and eventually po, panalo po. Tinalo po natin ang American brands, and they are multinational. Kaya po talaga, kaya nga aking always, even before, ang motto ko po, local technology works. Pero amazingly po, coincidence, I asked also support from UST through TAPI. Binigyan po ako ng financial assistance, nagbayad naman po ako. 2 beses po kami humingi ng financial assistance. Pero during that time, 24/7 po yung aming planta. Tuloy-tuloy po gawa ng well screen. Tatalo po namin kasi we can always produce well screen or our product, local products na mas mura. Anyway, using that same formula, gumawa rin kami ng gabions. During that time, wala naman talaga gumagawa ng gabion, imported din po yun. So we developed also the equipment to make gabions. Again, commercially, it was successful. We went also to steel poles. Gawa rin po kami ng makina paggawa ng steel pole. We had the longest hydraulic bender na locally fabricated. Anyway, these are just sample po na there is very good opportunity for innovation. Kaya sa mga inventors po, sa mga inventions, sa mga estudyante po nito, there is definitely po. And the government is very much supportive compared dati po. Ngayon po, as mentioned kanina ni Egay, patent application po, fully supportive. Fully supportive po ang TAPI for making the prototype, funding the prototype, and eventually, if it makes good business po, kung maganda naman po ang prospect, again, DOST would also support. It's not only DOST, but not only the whole of government, pero even DOST po ay may funding po to support if your prototype, if your product that is the output of your invention po ay merong commercial value. So fully supported po ang government, fully supported ang DOST sa mga innovators, and we are masaya, or we are by the number of innovators or invention that have made nag-exhibit po ngayon, just indicating po that there is marami po talaga tayong innovator, marami tayong creative. Now, gusto ko lang highlight po yung number kayo na binanggit po ni Egay. Before po, 3 years ago, there were only 10 or 15 patent po. That was serviced by DOST po, through the DOST system. After 1 year po, nag-increase po ng 1,000 times. And I challenge TAPI naman to increase it to 500 this year. And they're very optimistic that makukuha nila. We were just discussing po kanina kay Congressman Rufus, because we are supporting application. Pero hindi yun eh. Ang maganda po doon, that there are ideas. Hindi nagkukulang po tayo ng ideas. Hindi tayo nagkukulang ng creative ideas na pwede mapatent. Ang ginagawa lang po ng gobyerno ay tinutulungan kayo magpapatent. Pero mas importante po, saan galing yung ideas. Ibig lang sabihin po, napakarami pa po ideas, and this is the venue po para lang ma-encourage kayo to bring to think, to develop, o to pag-isipan yung mga new ideas. Lumalabas po, by these numbers, there are thousands pa po na pwede pa patent. na pwede pa natin to develop, and hopefully will come out with innovation talaga that will benefit you as innovators, and especially kasakapan natin mga Pilipino. Again, we encourage all the students, all the inventors po to, nandito po ang mong TAPI, to know more of what TAPI of DOST can help support your ideas. Again, maraming salamat po.
Come to the most awaited part, and I will be requesting the names. I'm going to mention ASEC Raymond Liboro, Engineer Edgar Garcia, Director Alfonso P. Alamman, Dr. Ricardo E. Rotoras, Engineer Elpidio Emparas, Engineer Cyril C. Dongay, and Congressman Rufus Rodriguez. So please, can we have the cameras ready? And while you will be viewing the exhibits, you will be entertained by the band. Wait. Few moments, please. Thank you very much. The 2015 Regional Invention Contest and Exhibits in Northern Mindanao is now open. And we would like to inform all meal.
Congratulations, open upon right? 2015. Bayan niyo po ako katahintong ng langgam.
Bayan ay lumalaban sa kahirapan, mga pagsubok na tila'y di makaya. Ang kinabukasan hindi pa rin sa pag-akin sa ating mga kamay. Pilipinas ay umunlad, Pilipino na siyensya ang pagkanta. Tayo na't magharita, ang pantay arangkada, sumunod na.
itong clouds na to, yan ay mag-form ng funnel clouds. Palatanda nito na magkaroon na tayo ng tornado. So, next. So ito yung, kaya tinatawag siya na tornada, because it comes from thunderstorm. Paikot-ikot na hangin. So ganito. After the mammatus clouds, magkaganito na siya, magiging funnel clouds. Okay, next. Next please. So ito, maghigop siya ng debris. Para to siyang vacuum cleaner. Kaya nakakatakot pag maglakad ka na madadaanan ka ng tornado. Pwede kang hihigupin. Kasi sometimes, mga big objects, kaya niyang higupin. Ito yung pag over land. Pag over water naman, ito ay tinatawag na water spout. Ito kaya niyang maghigop ng mga isda. Kaya sometimes, you can experience, mayroon tayong narinig na mayroong pag-uulan ng isda. So that is why na nangyari yon because of water spout. Na ano siya, ihigop sa water spout. And then, next. So sometimes, mangyayari yung pag-uulan ng yellow. Why? Because the thunderstorm clouds the formation is very low. Mababa yung kanyang formation ng thunderstorm clouds. So that is why, wala na siyang time to melt. Pagdating na sa ground, buo pa rin because of the formation na mababang-mababa yung height ng clouds. So ganito. Sometimes, ganyan kalaki. So, those are the hazards brought by thunderstorm. Itong thunderstorm na to, maraming nabiktima. All over the world, maraming biktima na maraming namamatay because of thunderstorm. Sometimes, baliwala lang, pero hindi ganyan. Dapat tandaan natin na ang thunderstorm is very hazardous. These are the other weather systems. Ito ang magdadala ng ulan dito sa ating bansa. Ito yung monsoon. May dalawa tayong monsoons. We have two monsoons. The southwest monsoon, habagat, and the other one is the amihan. Kailan itong mangyayari? Itong southwest monsoon. At kailan naman itong habagat? So,
Pwede ba dito kami, Bo? Dito kami.
We'll be turning over a check amounting to 1.102 million. Wala bang drum roll dyan? No? To the men, this is of course a reenaction of the release of the 1.12 million pesos to MUST because a little bird told me earlier that the check has already been delivered. Totoo ba yun, sir? No? So, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you, gentlemen.
Per kilo. Dapat ang cost niyan is, what is white rice? 45, maybe 40. 2 pesos lang po, 3 pesos lang po processing eh. So dapat 48 pesos lang siya. So that is how siguro technology developing process can really increase value. And brown rice, alam naman natin, everybody is into health foods. Hindi na kailangan siya vacuum pack. Ang shelf life niya is 7 months. And we have proven that. Nano na po, tapos po kami sa lab. And there are other interesting po output from our, that we're coming up. Kasi we look at brown rice as solution to, hindi naman solution, to address na rice shortage. Kasi brown rice, that is 50% more rice from the palay. Kasi di natin tinatanggal na yun. Di na natin pinapalish. It's more nutritious. Yun ang problema, shelf life. Na ano nga po namin na-develop po yung process. These are the activities po na ginagawa ng DOST. Marami kami ginagawang sensors. Meron kami sensors that can detect, monitor the freshness of the sea, how they fish. Meron na po. And these are electronic sensors. So anyway, the whole point lang naman dito, kaya okay tayo makipag-dialogue with chamber. Kasi I know that you as businessman, you as business people, are looking also for opportunities. And hopefully you can look at whatever we are doing or aming outcome as opportunities. That's one. Secondly, if kulang pa yung ginagawa namin to make it market ready, we welcome suggestion. We welcome para gagawin naman namin to be more market ready. Kasi maybe because of scientists, as engineers, as technical people, we are more concerned that it will work. But between how may kulang pa ng konti, kung may kulang pa ng konti, it's not only working, but it is marketable, we can work together. Kasi we like to partner with the private sector kasi it's only you that can bring all of these ideas, all of this outcome, maging beneficial talaga. Our scientists and researchers and inventors have been bashing elbows with the world is great. No? As I mentioned kanina, the problem is, this is just a person to work. That is, we don't know of any other initiative along that line. Which countries in faraway lands. A great challenge together is let us make this country great again. Academy, the NGO, and the private sector, the business people, pag pinagtulungan talaga natin yung marami po tayo mararating. And we can do this with the science technology as our greatest tool and ally. Magandang gabi, magbuhay po ang Oro Chamber.
Secretary, can we invite you to stay on stage for a while? And I would like to call the President of our Chamber, Mr. Dongay, for the closing.
In appreciation for your tremendous effort in implanting the seed of science and technology in this part of the country. We would like to give you a simple token, which we happily give it to you, and the department for its job, great job, and well done. Thank you.
We would also like to call to the stage Engineer Garcia.
In appreciation for your services and your presentation that provides us a light of how we can appeal of the benefits of DOST for the good of everybody. We would like to give you a simple token of appreciation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, can we give a round of applause to Oro Chamber and DOST? And to our partnership is getting stronger. So, but it is a Friday night, and let us invite you to the fellowship portion of our forum. And to start, to perform for us are the fire dancers from Dire Jose, and later on, the singers of the Bob Band will continue to serenade us or even rock this place. Okay? So, on behalf of the DOST and the Oro Chamber, I am Heidi Grace Mendoza, thanking one and all. Have a lovely time.